All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Yeah, it's me, Zeus. Sometimes it gotta be this way. It really does.
Yeah. Let's go.
If you not my dog,
Order.
I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't play these games no more. What you looking at me for? I just want the money, yo. All these games that you be playing, all this talk that you be saying, I don't really like to play. Get this money every way. Gotta keep my mental clear. Yeah, you know I'm out of here. I don't really have no fear. Yeah, you keep on showing tears. I'm not with that back and forth. I'm the type to get to work. I'm the type to keep it real. I'm the type to get a deal. I'm the type to chase a bag. I'm the type to pop a tag. Sit like I have SARS. Ride around in fast cars. Rapping like my bond bar. I do this all for my dogs. This is what it all costs when you gotta be the boss. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off.
I hope my internet is better today.
This is what it be like when I'm stunting on my enemy.
What?
This is what it be like
When I make them feel my energy.
sitting on these raps, okay. You know what this really
Let's
means.
go.
This is what it's all about. I'm on top of everything. I'm the boss, don't play with me.
I am a hero. Thank you. I want to be your hero. Yes.
Every day you say you're scared. Every day I'm making bread. Every day you say you good. Every day I wish you would. This is what it be like when you really on the come up. This is what it be like when you really try to run up.
Yes. Rookie of the year. Better go and break the record.
Rookie of the year, better go and get a checkup. Yeah. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off.
Absolutely.
If you not my dog, I'ma have
Can
to
never
cut
be
you off.
afraid.
I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off.
Yes. Yeah. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are back in the Lion's Den. And of course, we got off to a rocky start. Forgive me. I'm realizing now that the internet connection here has been very spotty and contributing to my ratings. But you know what? No matter what the numbers are in the live, I will strive to bring the same amount of information and content. I try not to go off the algorithm because you just never know. You just never know what the algorithm is going to do. All right, so let's see. What do I want to talk about first before I get started? Now, first things first, ladies and gentlemen. This is a live of truth. We bring honesty. We bring integrity to this platform, okay? Nobody out there, misinformation, conspiracies, and all of that, it will not be tolerated in the kingdom. It will get you charged with blasphemy and treason. And for those of you who do not know who I am, they call me Mr. Crossing, or Zeus, or my favorite, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Because, well, I'm the most honest person out here on TikTok. You get people that come into my comment section and they say I'm lying and stuff like that. Don't believe them. They're here because they know the work that I've done has been first class, second to none. Thank you, Alex B. Yes, double I. Next, H stands for humble. I am the most humble person on TikTok. Nobody's more humble than me. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I am the most handsome. Good morning, Peace and Locks. Good morning, Brother Swerve, and good morning, Angela, April, all of you. Jill, H, yes. And to my Democrats out there, I know you can't subscribe right now. It doesn't matter. There's one thing that I need you to do for me. Put those blue waves in the comment section because today's topics, there's going to be a lot of Trump supporters crying foul as I continue to go through this because yesterday the news cycle was very alarming. and the lives that I was in. Swerving, you were there. You were there too. April's live. Those of you who don't know April, don't know Swerving, please follow them amongst the other people who are putting those blue waves. Follow each other. You should hear the story, the stories that we have been subjected to by my friends on the right, aka the Trump supporters. They have all the information about Hunter Biden, President Joe Biden. Marjorie Taylor Greene came out, put a video out yesterday. You should have heard, we're going to impeach. Good morning, Poker Dad. Yes, my Republican friend. He's a real Republican. You can follow Poker Dad as well, ladies and gentlemen. He's a real Republican. He's not one of these Trump supporters who are eating a lot of Fox News and QAnon, okay? But Marjorie Taylor Greene gets on TV, wherever she was. I don't know how do you get Marjorie Taylor Greene to even do an interview? I don't know. But she gets out there and she tells the world that she's ready to impeach President Joe Biden. You cannot make this up. According to what she was saying, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit because I got to cover the main topics, okay? They say that President Biden is going to be impeached because of his business dealings in Ukraine. And I have a question to the Trump supporters before I go into today's topics. You say you want a president that's good at doing business. That's why you voted for Trump. You had more money in your pocket, right? What's the issue with President Biden and Hunter Biden? Aren't they not businessmen according to what you say? You got what you asked for. Why is it a crime if Hunter Biden's doing business? Isn't that what you want? And by the way, Hunter Biden's not even in government. So you got Hunter Biden, okay? You got his dad as president. And by the way, Joseph Biden has been in government for so long. I would argue not only is he good at business, but he's good at government. Why are you so upset with President Biden and Kamala Harris? Shame on the Trump supporters. Okay? Now let's get into today's topics. I know you don't like me. I know you don't like me. But somebody has to tell the truth out here. And it's going to be me, because I'm the most honest person out there. There's no TDS in here, by the way. They're crying about fuel prices. Well, listen up. If you are one of those people that are crying about fuel prices, I can recommend you to a great live to go to. An old friend of mine, Snuggles. Go to his live. He'll listen to you and he'll agree with you. But if you want the truth, you stay right here. No lies being told here. And I have a whole team of people who are willing to help make sure the truth is only shared. Now, let's get into this. And I don't got much time. Got off to a slow start due to bad internet connection, but I'm back. A judge set a deadline after Trump stopped turning over documents in the fraud case. This is in relationship to Trump.org. When I talk to the Trump supporters, we all know what the game is. If there's no docket number, I can't hold criminals accountable. I'm so sorry. As much as I would like to, he's on a path I just can't deal with right now. So he has to go deal with his own demons. But a lot of the Trump supporters out there, they say, do you have a docket number? Okay, do you have a docket number? Because if there's no docket number, it doesn't count. Well, this is a case where we have docket numbers. You already know Letitia James and the wonderful work that she has done. They've charged Trump.org with 17 felonies. Okay, convicted them. 17 felonies. And then his supporters get into my live and they say, oh, well, that's not Trump. That's his business. So it's not the same, right? It's not Trump. It's his business. Well, I want to make sure you understand something about Trump and his businesses. His CFO has just gotten out of jail. That's the CFO, Alan Weisselberg. Okay. And he is directly implicated in the business that Trump has been running for decades. So you cannot separate Donald Trump from Trump.org. They're one in the same. Yes, Trump for prison. Okay, they're one and the same. And it doesn't stop with the CFO going to jail in this particular case. No, guess who? Guess who they want to talk to? Okay, they reported this on Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, that his 3 eldest children who worked at Trump org. So you can't say it's a business and it has nothing to do with Trump when you got his kids involved, for Christ's sake. Jeez. They have failed to turn over what? Emails. Remember when Trump said to Russia, if you're listening, find us those 33,000 emails. This guy Trump, I'm telling you, he keeps getting caught doing the same thing he accuses people of doing. He's the very one getting caught doing it. So now the Trumps, Don Jr., Eric, and Ivanka, we have them once again, and Donald Trump too, all in an email scandal. You know what I got to say about that? Shame! That's right. I know. This is their leader, though. A criminal at all levels, breaks every what law has Trump not broken? I mean, seriously, I can't think of one. Everything possible that a man can do that is criminal, that is of ill conduct, he does it, and he brags about it. Wow. And you know what's worse? You know what's worse than Trump and his crimes? The people that brand themselves as MAGA, his supporters, who go to church every Sunday and they read the Bible, John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever should believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Yes, they sit in there and they sing those gospel hymns out there. Okay, and you should see them. And it's almost like they've transcended and became angels, according to scripture, okay? But the moment church service ends, no, actually, I wouldn't even, let me go back. While they're at church, it's almost as if the devil is the one giving the sermon, okay? And the Bible doesn't even matter. They cannot partner what Trump is doing with what's in the scriptures. So now they get out here in the real world, and they wonder why they're met with so much resistance. Because those of us who know what's really going on in the Bible, in the real world, we're looking at them and we're going, yeah, we see what you're doing. We hear what you're saying, but it's not adding up. Shame! Yep, it's not adding up. And I'm going to have to talk about Republicans behaving badly later on in my monologue, because that's what I do. I talk about the truth. You don't like it because I tell the truth, but guess what? I'd rather be realer than you than to be out here lying, okay? What good is it to profit, gain everything in the world, but at the same time lose your soul? Trump is your God. You see it right there in the comment section. So I have no mercy when I bring this truth. Let me go ahead and give you a thunderstrike. At least he's honest. If you come in here and you admit Trump is your God, you know what? Nothing else to debate. I can work with that. I do have questions. I do. But at least you're coming in correct. Honest. He is your God. And I don't know why. But don't be in the church and then don't be in the church praying to the God in the Bible and then worshiping Trump. You know what the good book says. God is a jealous God, okay? Moving along to the next topic. And this is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, one of the topics I love to cover, because those of you who know what we do over here, Jack Smith is a modern day Paul Revere type American hero. Yes. And for those of you who do not know who Jack Smith is, let me remind you.
Jack Smith He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Woo! Yes, that Jack Smith, ladies and gentlemen, he's not letting up on Donald Trump or anybody else that was involved with attacking the United States government on January 6th. And the way those classified documents were handled out there in Mar-a-Lago. You can go look this up, ladies and gentlemen. I have no reason to lie to you. What is Jack Smith doing now? And a lot of people ask me, Zeus, please continue to bring this content about Jack Smith because it makes my day. That's what they said. And to the people in here, to the people in here, I want to remind you, if you don't like this live, you're more than welcome to leave and go to that other live where I know lies and misinformation is being spread. Okay? Because, I do agree with Donald J. Trump on one thing.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country.
That's right!
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy.
That's right.
In the U.S.,
right.
If you're complaining all the time,
don't complain about gas.
You can leave.
Don't complain about those gas prices.
Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Get him out of here. I don't want to hear another grown adult crying about gasoline prices, crying about egg prices, crying about their utility bill. But then at the same time, you're sending Donald Trump your money. Order. Every time I think about these folks crying about the economy and inflation, and I hear these fake TikTok hosts, they call themselves hosts, by the way. You should see these guys. I'm the host of my live. I do what I want. You should listen to me. I'm the host. And then you listen to them, and they don't got nothing else to say other than, "Oh, Biden's not doing anything. He's not. He won't do anything. Him and Kamala Harris, they're not doing anything about immigration." Those are fake TikTok hosts, fake thugs. And Jack Smith is coming for them too, and they know exactly who I'm talking to. They do. President Biden, Kamala Harris, they sent 1,500 troops to the border yesterday, or whatever day it was. And these folks get out here. Yes, they are local jokers. Exactly. I ought to play the song, Poker Dad. Exactly. These folks get out here. Oh, but 2 years too late. It's so funny how they always know it's not a good defense, okay? There's cases up there in New York. Women being essayed. That was years ago. That's what they tell you. That's their best defense. That too long. It took too much time. January 6th, that was 4 years ago. Why haven't there been any charges? To those folks, I would like to say this. Cut it out. Cut it out. We know all your tricks, and we're stopping you dead in your tracks. Like my good man Jack Smith is. Okay, now listen up. A team of prosecutors working for special counsel Jack Smith is investigating Trump's organization. This is Trump Org again. Okay, handling of surveillance video at former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. This is true. This is true. Jack Smith, he's not skipping a beat. Questions on the handling of the videos, including how Trump organization employees responded to the Justice Department's subpoena for footage last summer, have prompted a new round of grand jury subpoenas to top Trump employees in recent weeks. Thank God. Get him. With tampering with evidence. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who don't know who he is, that's Jack Smith. Okay. Former employees, okay. Right there. I don't like saying people's name, but they got him on camera moving a box of classified documents. Shame! You want to talk about Hunter Biden's laptop And you don't have any evidence of the laptop. We've never seen the specs of this laptop. I would love for somebody to just tell me who is the manufacturer of the laptop. They can't even tell you that. But they can tell you President Biden and Hunter Biden are going to be impeached. Make it make sense. Well, tell us, since you're so smart, James Comer, James Comer, I got a question to ask you. James Comer, where is the laptop at Mar-a-Lago that Trump's aide was uploading classified documents onto? Okay, James Comer, please talk about that, because that is tangible evidence. Care about Hunter Biden's laptop? Hunter Biden got baby mama drama issues, okay? He is not doing all this stuff y'all say. Biden sleep. They say Biden sleep, but Biden keeps winning. Make it make sense, folks. Now I got to move on to my next topics because, there's a lot to get into today. Thank you, Yazzie. I know. To the Trump supporters, this is so much truth, and you can leave. You can't handle this truth. This is adult truth, okay? Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about this. I'm not going to go too deep into this part because this is the top layer of the cake. I got to actually get into the cake a little bit. So, yes, God bless President Joe Biden. Trump's attempt to delegitimize the defamation trial by blowing it off will fail. This is what they're saying. They're saying he shouldn't have blew this trial off because it's going to end up backfiring in so many ways. Former President Donald Trump has made it clear that he will not be testifying or offering a defense witness in his civil grape case, okay? The one with E. Jean Carroll. And they're saying this is a terrible strategy. This compounded by compelling testimony of this woman, you read her name right there, who also has claims that she has been assaulted by the former president. And I don't know if any of you have been following this situation, but this woman's testimony was just very telling concerning. The man's definitely disgusting. He's a pig. Poker Dad, you got in here and you said yesterday something. People need to stop being messy. I totally agree when it comes to the former president. This guy is the definition of messy and dangerous. He's a dangerous man, if you ask me. Why do I say that? Because this woman, ladies and gentlemen, new Donald Trump accuser says he groped her while pregnant Melania was in another room. Mexicans for Trump. Well, go for it. So you have this guy. We know that while Melania was pregnant, he was with Stormy Daniels. And we got 34 felonies out of that. But it wasn't enough to just have Stormy Daniels. Okay? It wasn't enough to just have Stormy Daniels. Now, so what this is a pattern of disgusting behavior. This is a man that has no respect for his wife at all. Why would I be scared? I'm the one telling you the truth. You should be scared, not me. I'm dealing with this. This is new to you, not new to me. And let's get into the details. This is her right here. Look at his hands. Look at those disgusting hands. Ugh. He just can't keep his hands to himself. He thinks whenever a woman is around, it gives his hands, that his hands have automatic permission to just go wherever they want, huh? Real handsy, huh? And this is who you want to be in the White House again. This is your leader. You know what they tell you? We got Trump right there with his hands on another woman. But they want to talk about President Biden. You know what they tell about President Biden? He sniffs hair. Is there a docket number about this hair sniffing? I would love to see it. If there's a docket number, you know the drill. We're going to hold President Biden accountable too, just like we're holding Hunter Biden accountable. But if there's no docket number, I really don't want to hear it.
Fatality.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Now I want to get into some of her testimony before I move on. This is what they are saying. Allegedly, he groped this woman who was a journalist while Melania was in another room. And this is in the courtroom, under oath, being said. So you can't say she's saying this for ratings. Okay? And this is just a witness. This isn't the real plaintiff. This isn't the plaintiff. This is a witness for the plaintiff. This woman testified on Wednesday that she was on an assignment at Mar-a-Lago in 2005 to write about Trump's first wedding anniversary with Melania. During a break in the photo shoot, she claims that Trump pushed her against a wall and put his dirty, nasty lips on her. Talk about cringe. This is definitely cringe. If you're a little queasy, I understand why you want to leave. I do. This is the most disgusting story I've heard all week. By the time I turned around, he had his hands, Mr. Hands, I'm going to have to call him what he is, Mr. Hands, on her shoulder and was pushing her against the wall, putting his disgusting lips on her while she was trying to push him away. This is who you want to be in the White House again, right? The ultimate pervert. He came towards her again and tried to shove her again while kissing. Just I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. But I can't imagine anybody having to suffer through this. Okay, and holding her shoulder back. Disgusting. She says, I didn't say a word. I was in shock. No words came out of my mouth. I remember just sort of mumbling. Yeah, it's hard to talk when you have this creature doing this to you and forcing his nasty lips and those hands all over you. I would definitely feel paralyzed myself. I would want to know, is this, what in the world? Your wife is over there. I'm in here. There's so many reasons why this is wrong, sir. There's so many reasons. And I also have to be concerned about the blowback of me. Yes, I have to be concerned about the blowback of me actually disclosing this. Good morning, Cece. And this brave woman, she had enough courage to tell this story in front of a grand jury, okay? And she knows this is going to go public. So I want to give her a round of applause for having the courage. Not a lot of people have the courage to come forth and talk about these things, okay? Okay, then she says, Melania, okay, almost came into the room. Okay, well, she was pregnant with Barron and was done getting dressed, and they had to try to continue the photo shoot. She claimed that Trump left at this point in time. Trump leaves, but told her when they got to the pool area, this is what Trump says. This is what Trump says there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, we're going to have an affair. And he said he would give her the best sex she'll ever have. Wow! Disgusting! Yeah. This is what the former president said right after essaying a woman. And this is why I continue to say, you know what's worse than what Donald Trump did? Is the people who will sit back and support Donald Trump doing this. To those individuals out there that continue to support Donald Trump and his nastiness, his disgusting perverted conduct, criminal conduct. Shame on you. Okay? And when those indictments come, I'm going to go ahead and play your music. When Trump is indicted and he's put in jail like all these other folks out there, especially the Trump supporters who went there on January 6th, I'm going to play your favorite jingle. You deserve to feel the full weight of the law. And I have no mercy. I don't, because I do these lives every single day. I tell you the truth to help make sure you don't end up in that situation. So if you ignore the truth and you end up in that situation, have a good one. Don't complain about how terrible the jails are now. Don't complain about them. Get in there and eat your food like all the other inmates, and tell everybody while you're in there, you're innocent, okay? Because I know that's what you think. You think Jack Smith. They think Jack Smith.
Jack
Yeah.
Smith.
They think he's a
Trump
harasser.
hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They all hate Trump. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser.
Yeah. That's usually how you feel when you end up in jail. Trust me. I know a lot of things about that. I know a lot of people, ladies and gentlemen, that can tell you that it doesn't feel good. Once you peel away, when you take yourself off of social media, you stop being allowed to talk to those people who kept you in that delusion, and you get into that real accountability space. Yeah, you're gonna have a come to Jesus moment. And if you don't believe me, just go listen to real people who are in jail. They've turned their lives around. They've really found Jesus. And they will tell you, I don't know why I was supporting Donald J. Trump. I was lost. Now let's move it on, ladies and gentlemen, to the next part of the live. Okay? I'm surprised a lot of people are still here. I'm surprised. That was pretty heavy to deal with. Okay? I'm surprised you're still here. You know, that means you just may be hope for you. Okay, and I got to open up these boxes real soon, but this is the last part of the monologue, okay? This is the part I call Republicans behaving badly. And this is about, you-know-who, Clarence Thomas. He had a child in private school, and Harlan Crow paid the tuition. Once again, we've caught these Republicans with their hands in the cookie jar, and I'll be brief. He has a child out there, and he goes to a private school. This guy's name is Mark Martin, okay? This private school is far from home. And for the previous decade, he had lived with the justice and his wife in the suburbs of Washington, D.C. Clarence Thomas took legal custody of him when he was 6 years old, okay? This is what happened. And you know, the tuition at the boarding school ran more than $6,000 a month. But Clarence Thomas did not cover the bill. A bank statement for the school from July. See, this is when we talk about Hunter Biden and President Biden, and this is what we want to see. Evidence. They from July 2009, they found this bank statement buried in unrelated court filings, okay? And it shows the source of Martin's tuition payment for that month, okay? And we have the receipts right here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if it'll show up. You can go Google it, but this is the bank statement. This is what we are talking about when we say we want evidence. You don't have evidence like this of Hunter Biden and his laptop. You don't have evidence like this of Joe Biden and sniffing hair. Come on, folks. Order. Harlan Crow has bought a Supreme Court justice, and the evidence just continues to pile up. And you know good and well. Oh, you got Joe taking a bribe. Cut it out, dude. I can't with you. You have no evidence that President Biden has taken a bribe. Like I said, please bring the docket numbers. Docket numbers or it doesn't count. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is just another example of what I mean when I say there are a lot of Republicans out here that are behaving badly, projecting onto the Democrats all of the bad conduct that they themselves are doing. They're throwing up a bunch of smoke screens as if it's the Democrats that are ruining these lovely United States of America. But with stuff like this, it's obvious. It's obvious who's ruining the United States of America. It's the people who continue to lie. It's the people that continue to be bought and paid for by billionaires. Okay? I don't want to hear about how did Nancy Pelosi get her money? How did Obama get his money? No. You tell me. How is Clarence Thomas being paid for by a billionaire? A Republican wanted that. Where is your outrage? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to open up these boxes. I went a little too far with my monologue, but you know what it is. It's time to hear from those of you out here who are brave enough to tell the truth, okay? You know me. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, as long as you come in and you're very respectful, okay? Because I understand this is the United States of America, and one of the lovely things about this country is you can vote for whoever you want. But I'm going to ask that you do not curse. No name calling. You leave all of that to Zeus. Me. Yes, Triple H. You leave all the bad conduct to me, okay? I got that under control. I really do. Okay? And you just get out here and tell your truth. That's all we want to hear. That's why we do these lives. And I know that there's someone out there on the right, one of those Trump supporters, that is going to be delivered today. There's someone out there I know that's hearing these words right now, and they're going to be delivered. And if you feel like this message is delivering you, feel free to send a guest request, and we will hear from we will take you as you are and get you on the path of rehabilitation. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, we got some good ones in here. Let's do this. Let me bring in favorites. Nutty Professor.
Good morning, my brother. How you doing today?
Nutty Professor, what do you got
So
for us?
very quickly, one of your fans in the chat said only racist picks on Clarence Thomas. Well, I guess you and I are racist now for picking on someone that looks like us.
Yeah.
But my mama told me a long time ago, not all skin folks are kin folks. So there you go. So with Clarence Thomas, that just so you know who that young man is, that is Clarence Thomas's grandnephew. That Harlan Crow paid for that tuition on.
Wow.
That's his grandnephew. So, and here's another thing. So back to since we have TDS, let's talk about him. I bet you on
TDS,
Saturday.
I got a lot of TDS. I love TDS.
On Saturday, he's going to be sitting in front of his television screen at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and he's going to be weeping because Charles is going to be coronated as king in the UK, and he's going to be watching that, and he's going to be like, now, if only I can get back into the White House. I need Greg for this moment.
Oh!
If only I could get back into the White House, I'm going to be the greatest king of all. So this is what he wants. He wants to be the king. He wants to be the first king of the United States of America. And there's nothing that is going to stop him, for the exception of Jack Smith.
Oh, Jack Smith.
Alvin Bragg.
Alvin, God bless Alvin Bragg.
Letitia James.
God bless those lovely
and
souls.
Miss Fonnie.
Fonnie Willis. Yeah.
So
thank you, Angela.
we can.
Those photos.
I never in my life thought or believed that I would find prosecutors being my hero. But these prosecutors, not only are they my hero, they at this point they are the saviors of America.
Isn't that amazing? These black prosecutors are saving the United States.
That's killing him the most. That right there. It's really it's agitating the mess out of him. Like the Depends company, they are making extra money because he's going through Depends left and right over the fact that these black people are prosecuting him, and it's with merit.
You see that justice? It burns, doesn't it? Oh, I can tell. Oh yeah, Trump. You know
And
that. That's
I would
running your
love
ears. I know it does. But listen,
to
Joe.
see his face right now because he yet again lost another court battle on yesterday. The
Oh, he
New
did.
York Supreme Court threw his case out of the court, suing the New York Times.
Oh, he
It's
what a
gone. It's
fail.
forgotten. It's bamboozled. It's like it's over.
It's over.
Like yet again,
You know
but
what?
yet people still want to say we're picking on Donald Trump. Folks, have you ever sat back to consider, okay, maybe one, maybe two, maybe three times people are coming after someone, but this is time and time and time again. Do you think everybody is lying? That's the question I want to know. Do they think that I mean, because we got the court cases. We
Right?
got the docket numbers. That's what y'all
We got the
wanted.
docket numbers. It's
We got the
over.
docket numbers. Why is it that everybody just woke up one day and said, you know what? We don't like Donald Trump so much. We're going to go after him.
Yeah.
So have you not
They think
you?
it's
That's rhetorical, but
a Interpol, Europol coordinated attack. That's what they think. That
well, yeah.
we all are subscribed to a secret listserv of coordination and attacks against Donald Trump that involves all these court cases, lawsuits. And the only way we could get here is if Trump actually goes and files a lawsuit himself. That triggers the trap. You get it?
Here, Ronan Raven.
I cracked myself up. Jeez.
You got to have 1,000
Eliminate.
to get in the box. So if you had 1,000, the host would absolutely let you up because he does let Trump people up here. So miss me with that crap. But anyway, so
Love
out
you
of all
too.
these lawsuits that's
Mhm.
going on,
That's
I
right.
see the
Correct.
picture behind you.
Yeah.
Like when are you all gonna call him out for what he is? When the proof that is provided to you on a daily basis, you conflate and you make
Yes.
excuses for it. Oh, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. But what about Joe sniffing hair? That's what we always get.
Did the Joe
That's what
Biden
we always
sniffing
get.
hair?
But
Okay. So
so
there's no
where
docket number.
so Zeus, I'm gonna push back on you now. So since this is
You're entering dangerous territory.
you know what? It wouldn't be me if I didn't enter dangerous territory. So there you go. So if this is the case, if Biden sniffs hair, can you tell me where the docket number is? Can you tell me where the first accusation is? Where
No.
is the accusation from any of the quote unquote victims?
Right.
Where is
I
it?
don't have a docket number for that, Nutty.
But where are the accusations?
I've never read across an accusation.
So
You
you've
got to
never
go to
read an
QAnon
accusation of
websites
any
and stuff.
proposed victim of President
Spiker, cut it
Biden
out.
sniffing anybody's hair. Gotcha.
Spiker, come on now. You act like you've never sniffed hair. Cut it out. There's not a man in here that's never sniffed some hair before. Come on. Shame.
No, I got to tell you, I haven't sniffed hair because I'm just very selective as to whose hair I'm going up and sniffing, brother.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
I just want to see a docket number.
Oh, not in public. You're right. They don't do it in public. Oh, wow. That's deep. Got it.
Oh, so it's okay. So it's okay in private.
Oh, they just told on themselves now.
See, I'm glad. I got to keep people like you away from my daughters, man, because I'll end up where Trump is going to be, and I don't want to be his cellmate because he might try to sniff my hair. So,
keep it clean.
but so,
wow.
Hey, what did I say?
No, I'm talking in the comments section.
Oh,
keep it clean.
So all I'm saying is this.
You did say something almost close, but you went in a different direction, so I forgive you.
You know what, man? We're gonna fight. But anyway, I'm just tired of trying to provide truth to these people because they're never going to accept it.
Oh,
they're never.
You know what they say about the truth? When you don't want to accept it, you end up getting smacked with it, like Donald Trump did in that 2020 election. You know how he lost? He tried his best to lie. He did. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? President Biden won. No widespread evidence of voter fraud. Just a good old free and fair election.
So so in closing, I will say this. For your sake, for the Republican Party's sake, they better
Mhm.
hope. You better hope that Donald Trump does not get the nominee, because as someone who was going to support and vote for Joe Biden, I hope he wins the Republican nominee. I hope we see another rematch so we can spank that butt yet again. Because
Not again.
I promise you, I promise you, mark my words,
Thank you for the
that
follow.
if Donald Trump is going up against Joe Biden again for the presidency, it is going to be a landslide in the Electoral College.
We're gonna mop the floor
It's
with them.
going to be a landslide.
We're gonna mop the floor with them with both
It is
hands.
going to be it's going to be a landslide.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then you're going to set the Republican Party up for never winning another presidency, at least for the next 20 years.
And I'm perfectly fine with that because that's what
Oh,
the
I'm perfectly
consequence
fine with that as
is.
well.
That's the consequence for trying to cheat are these lovely United States and actually being traitors to the United States. Because the people, I saw that question April had in her live. Are Trump supporters traitors? Absolutely. Why? Because Trump himself is a traitor.
Oh, just so you know, there has a verdict has been reached in the Proud Boys seditious conspiracy trial.
Talk to me about it.
They have not said what it is. This is just coming through right now. Breaking news. Verdict reached. They haven't announced it just yet. They just
Oh,
announced that a verdict was reached.
well, you know what I
So
appreciate about the Proud Boys? They did say something that I think is going to resonate with a lot of the Trump supporters somewhere down the road. They did say that Donald Trump was responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. So whatever the verdict is, it is what it is. But I have to say, I'm glad they cleared the air on that. It is
well, here's the
Donald Trump.
deal.
Yes.
They are singing like canaries because they're like, oh my goodness,
Mm-hmm.
he's not at our aid. He's not paying our legal bills. He's not doing anything he said he would do.
He's
So I can't take the fall for him.
nope. Nope.
But see, you all knew
Tell the truth and
this.
shame the devil.
You
That's
all
what they
knew this when
did.
he was grifting you. You knew that he doesn't keep his word on anything.
Amen. Amen. You got to
So
give
so
it
you
up.
knew that.
Give it up, Trump supporters. Give it
So
up. The
I'm
Proud
anxious
Boys
to hear.
can't handle the full weight. Neither can you.
I'm here to hear from my brother Swerve. So I'm gonna drop down so you can get to him.
All right. Thank
Uh,
you, Nutty Professor.
y'all have a great day and take a little time to enjoy this view. It's a beautiful day out there in the neighborhood.
Yes, it is.
And
Yes, it is.
Zeus, let me hear you say it. Let me hear you say Nutty, you are a great looking guy, my friend. Just go ahead and
No,
say it.
absolutely not. Blasphemy. No blasphemy will be tolerated in the kingdom. I am Triple H, Nutty Professor. Okay, you know what that means. I'm the most honest person on TikTok. I'm the most humble person on TikTok. And I am the most handsome. Cut it out. Cut it out. Oh, yes, we have Spiker, who is now in the box. Good morning, my good friend Spiker.
Yeah, what's up? Good morning.
Good morning. Long time no see.
Yeah, you accused me of running the other day. I'd like you to
Yes.
validate that.
Yes. I know. But you did show up today. And it's always good that you show up in the kingdom. I've seen what you've been putting out there in the comment section, sir, and I've had a lot of concerns. Because you and I
Really?
talked. We've talked so many times, and they were great conversations.
Yeah, back when you were much more moderate. Yeah, we had a lot of discussions then.
Well, I've been the same. And I thought you were
Uh,
way more liberal. I really did.
I mean, I'm more libertarian. I'm not
Oh,
necessarily a Trump supporter or a MAGA or something like that. Like you claim anybody who, say, defends Trump. I fall in the lines of somebody who says, stop making me defend Trump. That's you like to conflate the two, but
well, you know where I stand. I fall in line with stop making me talk about Trump.
Stop making me talk about Hunter and Biden. I don't, or Hunter and Joe. Is that not the same?
I've never. Well, okay. This is deep. This is deep. Um, is Hunter Biden running to be president?
No,
Okay, so why are we talking about him?
because he used presidential power.
Oh, that's
Yeah, he used his father's notoriety to gain financial benefit across the world. Is that not the same thing you're accusing somebody like Kushner of, or Melania, or any of these other people? Or I'm sorry, Ivanka? Are you not
well.
accusing these people of the same thing?
Is there a docket number behind that? Because it sounds good.
So unless there's court charges brought against somebody, it's not valid.
Okay, so do we have any court charges? Like, what court is basically taking on this claim that you're bringing to the kingdom? And, and,
Uh,
and, and I like that you were at least aware enough to bring up Jared Kushner, who we know did make that $2.6 billion, right? You do know about that.
right, right. But the only
And,
reason
and
we so
is that okay?
no, I never said it was.
Oh, oh,
See, you're not going to get you. See, this is the thing. You're not going to get me to die on some weird hill because I'm not tribal.
okay.
So
Okay,
is it okay that Hunter Biden got on the board of Burisma? Is that all okay in your book?
if it's true and he didn't break the law, then it's okay. Hunter Biden is not in office.
So strictly being so, but Ivanka isn't in office.
She was.
What office?
She was in. She was an employee of Trump's. She was in the White House.
Uh,
You remember?
and and but
She
hold
had
on.
actual
So
governmental
so
duties.
so she had an actual title, but
Yes.
Hunter flying around on Air Force Two, doing business deals all across the world with his dad, the big guy, right? That's neither here nor there.
Well, it's speculation at best.
It's not speculation.
Yeah.
We have like you have documented evidence. Just because there's no docket number, no court filing,
Right,
doesn't mean
right.
there's
Because
not
I
proof.
remember James Comer came out and he told the world. He said it should be illegal. He said that, but it wasn't. And quiet as it is kept, what that situation happens all the time
Does
with
that make it right? Because the thing
presidents
with
and members of
Ivanka, but,
Congress.
but the
Where
thing
is
with
the
Ivanka happens
crime?
all the time.
Huh?
The same thing you're saying, the Hunter Biden thing happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
What you're describing with Ivanka or Jared Kushner happens all the time. Does that make it right?
Oh, wait a second. No, those are government employees. Remember, we're talking about someone as a private citizen compared to someone who's a government employee and subjected to the laws of the position they're holding. That's the completely different thing. This is why I'm saying I need docket numbers. I
Right. So
mean,
you're saying because there's no docket
it,
numbers, this is
and
exactly what.
to your question, does it concern me? Okay, it concerns me. Did he break any laws? If he break them,
Yeah.
and you know where we stand with Hunter Biden. If he
Yes.
broke
Okay.
any
So
laws, lock him up.
yeah. So sharing a bank account so just because he wasn't the physical one shaking the hands, you're saying that he broke no laws. But you could make the argument if, let's say, the court wasn't targeting one side of the political aisle, you could have a court hearing where you brought up the fact that they were sharing a bank account, they were sharing phone numbers, then Hunter was participating in international business deals.
See,
Is that not illegal?
I can't say it's illegal because the Department of Justice hasn't made a ruling. They haven't produced a case to show that what was doing needs to be investigated. The thing that I'm more concerned about, though, because you said you're not a Trump supporter, right?
Correct.
Okay, but I keep finding you aligned with a lot of Trump supporter conspiracies.
Yeah,
So how
I find a lot of leftists in line with Mao. Does that make them Maoists?
it could?
No. Just because some people align with you doesn't mean you support their entire ideology.
Well. Okay, let me ask you this: can you criticize the former president in any way?
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about that because Hunter Biden is not in office. I think you and I we could debate
Okay.
Hunter Biden until the roosters come home, right? What do you got in terms of Donald Trump and where he's currently at right now with these allegations of sexual assault, which I take
Yeah.
seriously?
So
We got classified documents, and there's docket numbers for that, right? You got Jack Smith involved. You got
so
Alvin Bragg. I would
So
just
just
like to
because the
know.
DOJ isn't bringing charges against Biden, that means his handling of classified documents is okay.
Wait. What was that again? I didn't catch that.
So just because there's no docket number, no court case for Biden's withholding of, say, classified information or mishandling of classified information means it's fine.
At the moment, absolutely. We can't put innocent people in jail. You know that's how this country runs. You and I know you might not like the rules, but the rules
Like,
are the rules.
so just so I'm being consistent,
Yes.
if Trump is guilty of these things, lock him up.
Okay.
Also, if Biden is guilty of these things, lock him up.
Okay,
Lock
great.
them. As far as I'm concerned, in the entirety of Congress, the Senate, the all three branches of our government right now need to be investigated to the fullest extent of the law. We need not just an audit, but an in-depth search of our economic system, our tax system, political funding around the world, lobbyists. The entire thing needs a full system overhaul to
Wait.
make sure that
But that means more government.
why can't this be done by private enterprises?
Well, do you really trust private enterprises to take on
Do
those
you?
kind of major issues that the
I'm,
government it's government business at the end of the day.
what does that mean? Wait. Am I supposed to trust the government who participated in Tuskegee, who participated in the
Yes.
Gulf of Tonkin?
Yes. Because what's the alternative?
Private companies who have not committed these atrocities. What do you mean?
Well, okay, so let's take a good example of a private company, Trump Org. Do you trust that company?
You're using a single company. Okay, so if I say, do you trust
What's
government? And I
stopping?
say,
What's stopping?
did
Huh?
you trust 1930s Germany's government?
Uh, no, I don't know. I wasn't
Of
there.
course not.
But I'll say
That's the
this.
National Socialist of Germany. No, of course you don't
I'll
trust
say
them. I
this
wouldn't
then.
want you to die on this very weird hill, Zeus.
Well, no. I'll say this because a lot of people say I don't trust the government. But I go, what part of the government don't you trust? You get out here on these freeways, you fly in the airplane, you eat this food. You trust the government then. So why all of a sudden are you picking and choosing what part of the government you want to support? You got American boots, put the American boots on American soil. Simple. You know what Donald Trump said? Let me go ahead and play it for you.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not
Yeah,
happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy
yeah,
in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come
yeah.
back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Right? You agree?
What was he talking about in that? Was he talking about, say, your ideology, or was he more talking about traditional American values?
Oh,
Since you love to play that
you
clip
know
so much.
that's a great question. And I don't want to give you any misinformation, but I will say this: I agreed with his statement.
I did
Unfortunately,
too in the context of what he was saying. Yes, I
right,
agree.
and quiet as it is kept, when Trump was president, I didn't like him at all in terms of his leadership style. But I never found myself going to a place where I'm saying I don't trust the government. I've always maintained the idea that sometimes you have bad actors in government, but for the most part, this country has been working this way, and it's helped a lot of people become very great in the world. America's done a lot of great things, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we've also done a lot of terrible things in the name of, say, American exceptionalism.
Well, but what would you say the percentages of great compared to bad are? I mean, no one's perfect, right? No government on this planet is perfect.
No, every flag across the world has blood on it. Absolutely.
Right. So to go to this place where you're super critical of the place that's actually providing protection for you, to me, it's beyond me. I don't get it. I get
So I can't.
even while Trump was in office, I
I'm
never said the United States government was a problem.
okay. So I can't critique it just because. So first of all, the American way is to have a healthy distrust in government. It's the entire premise of building this nation was to distrust governance. Would you
Hmm.
agree with that notion?
No, I don't.
You
But I
don't
can.
think the
You can
Declaration of
believe that.
Independence wasn't created to?
Huh?
So the Declaration of Independence was not created to make sure that there was a line between the individuals and government.
Mm. I mean,
It was a strong set of guidelines between American people and the governing body that governed them. That was the point of the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution as a whole.
mm, mm,
So
mm.
having distrust and being able to criticize government is one of the fundamental things it is to be an American, is to distrust government and to check them along the way.
Well, I do believe in having checks and balances, and I do believe there's a system in
Well,
place to do that. But what I don't believe in is people taking the law into their own hands to try to enforce those checks and balances. That's kind of what I want
so,
to get at, and I do believe that
well, that's
hmm?
that's actually written into our Constitution as well. It tells us to take up arms against our oppressors. That's actually written into the Constitution.
Well, I don't know where that's written at. I personally don't. I really don't. But
Fair.
if that's what you believe, then I thank you for at least disclosing that to us, because I just wanted to push back on that and say, perhaps another time when you and I can check in, because I gotta bring up some other people. We can actually
Okay.
dive into that.
So
And actually, I'm going to take notes on that. I gotta write that down. Does the American government give us the right to take up arms? There you go.
okay.
All right.
So let's can I just touch on this real quick before I go, because I do have to get back into
Absolutely.
work.
Yes,
So
yes.
you
And I
said, what are the
appreciate
parts
you.
of government? You said
Huh?
people participate in the government when it suits them, right?
I didn't hear that part. Say it again.
So you say that people participate in the government when it suits them, so you don't understand the critiques, correct?
No, 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 no. I didn't say that. No, I said I don't understand how people criticize the very government that's giving them all of these freedoms that they're currently enjoying. I.e., you
Okay.
drive out here on the freeway, you got signs up, you got rules and stuff you got to follow. You got the prison industrial
Right.
complex out here. You got airplanes through the FAA. You know what I'm saying? You get research
Mm.
that's funded through federal government, and this research goes and does great things for the American people. You got all
So
these different government agencies that are helping to keep this country where it's at.
right.
And then you
So I
find one
wouldn't have
part to
listed the
criticize.
no, no, it's not one. Yeah, first of all, I wouldn't have listed the American prison system as something towards your benefit, just like I
Oh, I
wouldn't
didn't say
list
it was a part
say
of
the
our
family
benefit.
courts.
I didn't say it was benefiting, but I'm saying it's a part of the country. This is how the criminal
It's
justice system works. You get a trial, whatever the outcome is, depending on what it is, you may end up getting sentenced. There's active people, they
Do
call
you
them
not
active
think that the
shooters.
legal system is flawed right now?
They got active shooters right now. You know what? It does feel a little reassuring that when they apprehend them, they get to go to jail, doesn't it? Doesn't that make you feel a little reassured?
Do they? Do
Yeah,
they?
yeah,
Really? Really?
yeah.
Because I'm from Baltimore. They let pretty much everybody walk here. I don't know where you're from,
Okay, okay.
but
Well,
in Baltimore, the AGs are letting them walk after they get a PBJ.
oh. So you think they just grab these active shooters and just release them right back to the streets, right? They just
It's
had a
not just
man.
active shooters. We're talking about home invading. You like to use these specific things like a
I
active shooter. What
specifically
about
said
home
active
invaders?
shooters.
What about thieves? What
I
about other crimes?
specifically
What
said
about other
active
violent
shooters.
crimes?
Well, we can talk about that too, but I got your notes, okay, Spiker, and I do
Okay.
appreciate the bravery you did. You came in the box, and this was a great conversation, even though you and I disagree. It was a great conversation. I think it was worth it. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So, final words. I'll get out of here.
Fair enough.
For those of you who don't understand the distrust in government, look to your family courts, look to your education system, look to all the parts of the society that people are falling through the cracks. Family courts side with one person, usually one sex, usually. The education is failing people left and right. There were several years in Baltimore City where kids were graduating high school who could not read or write.
Mm.
This is a failure of our government. This is the strong distrust in government, because if you have someone who's not educated well enough to fight the court systems, they fall through that system as well. So the strong distrust in government is not some conspiracy theorist. We look at things like Operation Mockingbird, Tuskegee, the Gulf of Tonkin, the family court systems. There is a huge aspect of our government that is failing the American people, and that's where the distrust comes in.
What before you go, I just have one last question about you. You said what percentage of the government out of 100% would you say is failing the people?
I would say near 90%.
Oh, okay, Spiker. Okay, I gotta think about that. Never heard that, but thank you. I disagree with it,
Yep.
but thank you, and I hope we get to chat again. Thank you so much. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Spiker! Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we do here. We have those tough conversations. And wow, we still got some time. I am going to bring up another fan favorite, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, before Zeus gets up out of here. Uh-oh. Brother Swervin is in the building. Good morning.
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
How are you? Another day in the kingdom.
Great to be back in the kingdom.
Yes, yes, yes. I've covered a lot today, had some great conversations. You may have heard some of it, and is there anything you wanted to weigh in and talk about? Hello, Shay.
I heard that last conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and well, I'm sorry. I'll just talk about education.
Mm-hmm.
Trump appointed Betsy DeVos as the Secretary of Education, and then she defunded a lot of the education to try to turn everything into a private school, which is what Republicans have been wanting for decades. But if your local government, the people that you elected, are not properly funding schools and allowing kids to graduate who can't read or write, sounds to me like he has a problem with his local government, not the federal government. Because I, for one, I enjoy the fact that, I don't like to fly, but I do enjoy the fact that when I get on that plane, we have all kinds of federal regulations
Right.
to try to prevent that plane from running into something.
Do you think 90% of the government is failing the American people?
No, heck no. Heck no. I don't even know how you come up with a 90% number. And you got to look at things that are federally regulated. Okay, like I said, you got the FAA, you got the FDIC, dozens of other 3 and 4 letter agencies out there who are trying to look out for us and keep us safe. Without regulations, how many trains you think we're gonna have run off the track before the end of the year? Without the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, how many planes do you think we're gonna have running into each other?
Right. United States military.
Yes, the military. These things are needed. They are needed because without them, we've already seen what they do without them. I mean, look what happened here in Ohio with that train derailment and that chemical spill.
Right.
And we only to discover that regulations had been rolled back. The train was too heavy. It had too many cars on it.
Yeah. And the banks failing.
Yeah, because they weren't regulated.
Ah, thank you, April.
They rolled back a lot of Republicans and Democrats voted on a bipartisan level to roll back a lot of restrictions in the Dobbs-Frank bill. And they roll that stuff back. And what happens? The banks fail. Now, some of these banks that are failing, it's due to poor management, poor planning, but it's also due to the interest rate hikes. These people's money that they had, especially if they had bonds, if you buy a bond at 1% and all of a sudden the interest rate hits 3%, that bond is only worth 1% still. So they raised interest rates way too fast. I blame Janet Yellen for it because she's the one that's giving the advice. We got to do this, we got to do that. So, yeah, did they raise those interest rates too fast? Absolutely. Is it squashing inflation? Slowly, slowly, slowly. The unfortunate side of what they're hoping for is what they call a soft landing, where the inflation will come down and prices are going to go back to normal. The unfortunate side to trying to squash inflation, thousands of people are going to end up losing their jobs. That's the unfortunate side to it. But either way, yes, we still need federal government.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's no way around it. I mean, look what our tax revenue pays for. Our tax revenue pays for the Secret Service. It pays for special build projects, research.
It stops other countries from invading us.
Our military.
Right. That's important.
I mean, can you imagine just having an aircraft carrier out there floating around in circles, going, "Hey, who's in charge of this?" I don't know. I thought you were.
Right.
All right. Well, we got planes out there. Anybody know how to get them off the deck? Let me pick up the phone and call some people.
You're right.
You know,
What do you think about the idea of allowing the private sector to address these issues that were, raised?
incredibly bad idea because they're corrupt. They're just as corrupt. Okay. Look what happened with the financial collapse of 2008. Thousands of people lost their homes, their 401ks, while the CEOs of these organizations walked away with golden parachutes. And they want to do they want to do the same thing to Social Security.
They want to turn Social Security into Enron.
Yeah. And when the Roe v. Wade decision got leaked from the Supreme Court, what'd they do then? We're going to hire an outside investigator. Turns out it was one of their friends.
Wow. Wow. So you're hiring your friends to investigate your dirty crimes. Wow.
Yeah. And
That's not going to work.
At the end of the day,
I'm not buying it.
well, we didn't really find anything comparable to any kind of investigation that we conducted. Okay. Yeah. So this document just mysteriously made its way into the public eye. Gotcha.
Yeah. Thank you, April. Yeah.
No, private companies, and you hit the nail on the head. What about Trump? What about Trump organization? Do you trust them? I wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't trust them to watch my dog.
We don't trust Trump or to watch the dog. Shame.
Every time you turn around, somebody in that company is being investigated for something.
Yeah.
And his CFO just got out of jail. So,
yeah. So we don't trust private businesses to handle government matters. It's not a good idea. It sounds great. It sounds great, but nope, I just can't do it. Nope.
Well, you can't do it. I mean, because then regulations have to be written to govern the private companies who are trying to govern the government.
Yeah.
And who's going to write those regulations? The company. Who's going to vote on those regulations? The board of that company. And who's going to vote themselves a bigger pay raise? The board of that company. This is what it's going to cost, and this is what we're going to do to keep insurance money from getting into your pocket. This is how much of your Social Security we're going to take to fund our company. This is how much of your tax dollars we are going to take to make sure our company is solvent. So we're going to continue, just like the government does. We are also going to squeeze you from the top right down to the bottom.
Wow.
And we're going to be millionaires while you sit there and struggle.
Wow. Wow.
So, no.
So I hope that puts that idea to bed. It's just not likely going to happen, and I do hope that we change that percentage. That I heard 90% don't trust the government, 90% of the government is letting down people. I think we got to go back and look at those numbers again because there's too many people that are benefiting from the government at this moment. I've seen and I've talked to them. You too, Swervin. Folks out here. They're getting Social Security benefits. Right?
Yep.
Isn't that government taking care of people?
Yep.
Other countries don't offer that all the time.
No, they don't. And it's just, I don't know, it's just crazy to think we're going to let a private company run the government. That doesn't even make a lot of sense to me, Zeus. It doesn't.
No.
I don't trust some of the people in government. What makes you think I'm gonna trust this yahoo?
We're not gonna trust them.
No, I'm not.
Thank you, Brother Greg, for that.
But I also wanted to touch on the other thing, the influence peddling, as it's known.
Oh my! Is this the Hunter Biden stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Oh,
You
here
know,
we
it
go.
amazes me if you go back and you look at Hunter Biden's resume. Yeah, his father was a senator
Uh-huh.
before Hunter Biden got into the business world,
Little Hawk.
um, and he's held positions on several different boards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I see you attacking.
the the funny part is they start talking about all this money that Joe Biden has made. We can go back and find his tax records for decades.
Right.
He's not a millionaire.
Right.
He may be. He might have a couple million stashed in some offshore account.
Mm.
But they act like influence peddling while he was vice president. Oh, that's illegal. Oh, we're going to impeach him.
Right.
Well, then you need to turn around and impeach Donald Trump again because he did the exact same thing with two of his family members while they were on the staff with the White House.
Yeah.
And so what? Hunter Biden flew around in Air Force Two with his father.
Yeah.
Ivanka flew around in Air Force One with her father.
And did more.
So did Eric Trump.
Yeah.
Eric Trump wasn't on the staff.
Yeah.
I think Barron got in it one time. He wasn't on the staff.
Shame.
So
And
yeah,
don't
sometimes
say
the
anything
president's
about
family
that.
will. Sometimes the president's family will travel with them.
Yeah.
That's not that big of an issue.
Yeah.
You know, it's the most ridiculous stuff they come up with to be mad about.
The outrage, right? I am so upset Hunter Biden was on that airplane with his father. He
Yeah,
should be in jail.
it's the phony outrage, and I am so sick of hearing about this laptop. We don't know if this is an HP.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's a gaming laptop. You know, a piece of Alienware, a MacBook. We don't even know what
We
kind
don't
of laptop
know.
it is.
But there's evidence on there that's criminal and that it needs to be investigated because that's the most pressing thing going on right now, Swervin.
Yeah, and that's another thing. They'll sit there and they'll say, "Well, Joe Biden is stopping them from investigating it." All right, where do you get these allegations from? Where do you just sit around all day trying to come up with ways to, I don't know, make fun of Joe Biden, make him look like a criminal, make him look like some demonic symbol?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand it. I don't get it.
Yeah. It
Because
doesn't make sense to me.
Hunter Biden ain't running for no public office.
Nope.
Never has, never will. That we typically don't let crackheads run for government. You know,
Yeah. We really
I'm
don't.
just being real with you.
Yeah. Yeah. He has
I'm
baby
just
mama
keeping real.
issues. We got a docket number to validate that. Right?
Sure do.
Yeah.
Sure do. And this is the whole thing, Zeus. What it boils down to,
Talk to him.
they're mad. They're still mad that Donald Trump was never reseated back in the White House after all the evidence came out.
They're
But we
mad.
always,
They're mad about that still?
oh yeah,
I
yeah. But
thought
we
that was
always hear
settled.
you know, Zeus. We always hear those famous last words from one of them. All the evidence is coming out. You wait and see.
Oh
How long we
my
gotta wait?
God.
I mean, I might actually start growing hair again by any of this stuff happens. You know, I don't know, man. It's just crazy, Zeus. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Well,
Cracks me up.
they begged us. They said, when is Trump going to get arrested? They said this. And we used to tell them, just wait for it. Just wait for it. And they said,
Yep.
it'll never happen. It'll never happen. And then guess what?
He got arrested. And you know what? And here's the
So
thing.
who's lying?
Right away, everybody crawled out of the woodwork. You know, the TikTok constitutional attorneys.
Uh-oh.
They came crawling out of the woodwork talking about why Alvin Braggs was wrong. I'm like, that man's been a prosecutor for a while now. So him, the 23 people who convicted Trump, or who voted to indict him, 23 people, all
23.
23 of them voted to indict, and the judge went along with it. So now, all of a sudden, because you read a book on constitutional law, or you read the Constitution, now you want to break it down, you seem to believe that you know more than the judge and the prosecutor. I don't get it, man.
You can't make this stuff up. You really can't.
It's just like when the virus hit, All of a sudden, everybody turned into a variety. Yeah, yeah. The man who served 5 presidents, and he's like, look, I'm retiring. I can't take this. My family is getting death threats. I'm getting death threats, all because Donald Trump stood up there on that stage and lied.
Shame.
So it's just crazy.
He
And
and lied.
And I will remind everyone, here's the best part. Donald Trump lost the popular vote in 2016 by 3 million. He lost the popular vote in 2020 by 7.5 million.
Wow.
What in the blue heck makes you think that he's going to make up that kind of deficit if he gets on that stage again?
He's not. His powers are dwindling. He's losing more support by the second.
Yep.
And when these charges and they're piling up, when these convictions continue to come, you're gonna see who he really is when he's not on Twitter and he's not on Truth Social.
Well, he's got enough problems with Truth Social.
He's a criminal. Yeah, he's a criminal. We see him. Okay, it takes a crook to catch a crook. So if you get out here and you defend this guy, Donald Trump, I think it's safe to say that you may be possibly supporting a criminal, and that might implicate you a little bit. Why are you covering for this guy? Seriously.
I don't get it. I can tell you right now, if I showed up with 34 felonies, man, my mama gonna whoop my behind.
Wait a second. He said, so you can call Biden. Wait, hold on. So you can call him a criminal without a prosecution, but Biden, we need a ruling.
He's being prosecuted right now. What do you think his arraignment was for?
Spiker, come on. You know better.
Oh,
you
so
know
now
what happens when you are arraigned, when you're indicted. You have to follow the rule of law because we are a nation of law and order.
So just because the trial hasn't started, he's not being prosecuted. Okay,
well, we have Eugene Carroll case, and there's a ruling that's going to come out of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's civil. But it's still part of the criminal justice system, all right? And when it comes out, when that verdict is read, and she wins, it's a done deal. It's a done deal.
They're expecting that verdict. They're expecting that verdict next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, you can't undo it. It is what it is. It's forever in the history books.
Exactly.
He'll never be able to change it no matter how much he proves and posts and puts videos. It's over.
So let me change my words. Donald Trump may not be under prosecution right now, but he's going to be prosecuted.
Yeah.
For those 34 felonies. That's a fact.
Yeah. The pressure is on.
And I don't understand.
I call Trump a criminal in this kingdom, by the way. Let me clarify that. He's a criminal in my kingdom. He's already guilty. The man's too disgusting. After I read what he did with Stormy Daniels behind Melania's back, he cheated on his wife, and then he cheats on his wife with this woman. Get him out of here.
Well, he is a criminal. He got convicted of falsifying his own charity.
Yeah.
And had to shut it down. And then got banned from running any kind of charity in the state of New York ever again. Him and his kids. New York was like, yeah, we're not gonna let you do that again.
Yes, exactly. Now listen, Brother Swervin, Zeus is gonna have to check in with some of our other guests.
No, you go ahead, man. You be good. You be safe.
Yes.
And you keep holding it down in the kingdom, and I'll see you later, my friend.
All right, thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Brother Swervin! As you can tell, it's not that difficult. You just get in the box, tell the truth, and shame the devil. There's no tricks here, no coordinated messages. This is just honest people coming in and testifying on what they know and understand. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. We have a lot of people. Oh my gosh. We're going to have to be brief. Let's keep it quick. All right, Brother Attacking.
Zeus, I just need a couple minutes and I got facts. I don't know why these people always talk about Hunter Biden and Burisma and say, what was he hired for? Well, he was a gosh darn attorney. And he was hired to help Burisma with corporate governance and best practices.
Oh.
That's why he was hired.
Oh.
All right. Now you had the attorney, the prosecuting general attorney, Yuri Lazensko, said that Hunter Biden did not violate any Ukrainian laws.
Oh.
Okay? So that's one thing right there.
Oh.
If you guys don't know what Hunter Biden did, maybe you could do some research and find out why he was hired. He was an attorney. Do you understand that? An attorney. They used him for that. You want to talk about using presidential position to get a position? Hunter Biden wasn't part of the government. Ivanka Trump was. Private meeting with the president of China. 26 trademarks. Goes against the emolument clause.
Oh.
Now
Ivanka.
you know what I'm going to do? Now
What?
I'm going to shut up because I'm not going to talk. I'm going to use people's own words.
Oh.
Have a listen, people. Have a listen.
He is pushing me up against the wall, forcing me to kiss, forcing a kiss on me, and again with his hands all over my body and up again my dress with the hands.
There's one.
Wow.
Have a listen.
Dirtiest you felt in your entire life. Tell me exactly what happened. What did he do?
So we were at Trump Towers doing the media tour in New York City, and so he lined all 51 of us up, and I thought it was going to be, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. That type of kind of meet and greet thing. It was not. It was him going down and one by one looking us over like we were pieces of meat. And
pieces of meat.
Wow. Disturbing.
Grabbing me.
More?
Trying to kiss me, and then I realized that he was putting his hand up my skirt.
And I'm talking to my friend who I'm sitting to and across from. I'm very clear on this. This is the vivid part for me. So the person on my right, who unbeknownst to me at that time was Donald Trump, put their hand up my skirt.
Put his hand up her skirt.
Friend that I worked for, and who used the elevator bank to get to his residence. Right.
Wow.
So I would see him almost daily, waiting for his elevator. And on one day, I decided to introduce myself because I did see him regularly. And he shook my hand, and he kind of gave me the normal double cheek kiss. But then he held on to my hand and he kept kissing me. He kept asking me maybe a question, where are you from? And kissing me again.
Where is this?
Again.
Where's this happening?
It's right outside the elevator. It's right outside my office.
How many women have to come out and say that Donald Trump forcibly put himself upon them? They don't know each other, but yet they have the same style and motive of his approach attacking women. How many women have to come out for you guys to start saying and agreeing that Donald Trump is nothing but an assaulter of women?
I'm done. I'm disgusted.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Maybe if you Trump lovers would do some research, you'd understand what the heck's going on instead of letting some orange-haired fat man lie to you and you follow it like rats being dropped with pebbles of food.
Keep it clean.
I didn't say anything mean.
It sounded mean to Zeus.
Okay. But anyway, I'm done.
All right, Brother Attacking. Thank you for keeping it quick. Thank you for bringing evidence. What we want here, more than anything, the most valuable thing you can bring into these kind of lives are receipts. You got receipts? It's a done deal, no matter what side you're on. All right, moving it along. Let me bring up, oh my goodness, my good friend Poker Dad. All right. And I hope that he is changing his ways. He's changed his ways. Greetings, Poker Dad. Uh-oh, the connection's not that strong. Let's see. Poker Dad, it's not looking good. I'm gonna have to, yeah, get him out of here. Get it out of here. Well, now you're stuck on my screen. Okay, hold on. There you go. There you go. So sorry, Poker Dad. Let's see if I can bring up someone else. All right. Andy, greetings. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. We've never
Nice
done
to see
business.
everybody.
Yeah, we've never done business before, have we, Andy?
We've talked.
Oh, we've talked?
Couple of times.
Oh, okay. Did you change your
Just not
name?
in your life, I don't think.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough. Then I trust you. What do you got for us? What do you got for us out here?
For the people in the comments, Trump has had a long and illustrious history of treating women badly. He told, when he got divorced from his first wife, he had Marla Maples, who was already pregnant with his child, tell her that she was in love with her husband and that he was leaving her. I mean, that is as low as it gets.
That's low.
And then when it comes to Marla, he cheated on Marla with Melania. And then while Melania was pregnant, he cheated on her with with McDougal and Stormy Daniels, who he paid $10,000. So women just aren't dying to be with him, people.
He has to pay them to be with him. Nasty!
You want to bring up crimes of people that aren't even in the government while you constantly ignore the crime that your ex-leader has been committing since he entered the White House. You have made excuses for him on every level. And those documents, Prince turned them in, Biden turned them in. They all said, come search our houses, make sure you got them. Hannity tried to give Trump a softball question and say, well, you don't plan to keep the documents, do you? Trying to give him an out. Yeah. You know what Trump said?
What'd he
no,
say?
they're mine. I'm keeping them.
Shame!
And they don't belong to him. They belong to the archive because the government needs them. So even if he declassified them, keeping them is a crime, people.
Yep. He is guilty.
And Stormy does not owe Trump money anymore. That has been eradicated.
This is why I call him a criminal. He's committing crimes right in front of my face. He does it like it's nothing.
Well, when he talks bad about China, but he took his daughter up there. They gave her 5 personal patents. Jared came home with $2 billion, people, with Steve Mnuchin in the plane with him, which is an absolute crime, and y'all hadn't said a word. Ain't breathed a word about it at all. Y'all ignored Jared's crime like it didn't even happen.
Shame!
You get presents from other governments while you're in office. You're supposed to turn them into the government.
Right.
You are not supposed to keep them.
You're right.
Or you can pay for them and keep them. But Trump didn't do that. He tried to hide them everywhere. They just found one of them in a hotel at a golf course.
Obstruction? Why not? What other crime? Trump probably wakes up and he has a little spin the wheel and he just, what crime can I commit? And then just spins around, he picks one and he goes out and does it. It's that obvious what he's doing.
The same crime he got impeached for in the Ukraine on Afghanistan when he withheld their money to force them to take in the Taliban, which he released 5,000 prisoners, and then he removed the troops that were there to protect them for the way out. So if you're mad at Biden for the way out, you need to be mad at Trump because he drove down the troops. And then he made them take the Taliban, and the soldiers who fought in Afghanistan and lost friends, they feel like they went for nothing now because Trump betrayed them.
And he did. And it's so funny that he was impeached for what he did in Ukraine. And his supporters, they don't want to talk about that. It's that, he wasn't convicted. Let's talk about President Biden and Hunter Biden in Ukraine.
No president who has ever been
Show us
impeached
the
has been
document,
convicted
bro.
by the Senate. Not one of them. Not Bill Clinton. Not the first one, and not the two for Trump. It
Get
just
him out
doesn't
of here.
happen. It's basically a censure. It's
And
basically a
on.
slap on the wrist to tell them they don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So all
Get him
this,
out of
well,
here.
you know, he didn't get convicted. That means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are just babbling nonsense with that. Hunter's not a member of the government, but Ivanka and Jared are, and y'all say nothing, nothing.
You don't say nothing.
And y'all talk about how Trump's a family man. Where's Melania been lately? Anybody
Ooh.
seen her?
Ooh. I hear that she's quite thrilled that all these women are coming out and telling the world what Trump was doing while she was pregnant, and that their relationship has never been stronger. This is what I've heard.
And I truly believe that there was a time when Trump kept talking about Melania's son and the way he did it. That's the way you talk in court. I think Melania took him to court to get more money for Barron, and during that time, that's what was going on. That's why he kept saying Melania's son, because that's legalese talk.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she renegotiated her contract, because why would anybody that looks like Melania want to be with Trump unless there's a paycheck?
I can't answer that in honesty without being rude. So I'm going to assume that this is definitely a transactional experience of some sort, perhaps between Melania and Donald Trump.
Right.
But I do want to say that there may be some choppy waters ahead, perhaps as a result of all of this conduct that's been released.
Did you know that Melania's father belongs to the Communist Party in her country?
You don't say, Andy. Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Why didn't QAnon tell his supporters about this?
I cannot believe that they would follow a disembodied voice on the internet that they don't know where it came from, and just obediently obey. That just amazes me. If I knew that was going to happen, I would have done it a long time ago.
Well, it is what it is, though. But it seems as if they may want to dig into this information about Melania and her history and her past and her ties. Where are her parents from? Don't worry about Obama and his birth certificate. Don't worry about Kamala Harris and her birth certificate. We should be focused on Melania, right?
Look, have you look at the Christmas? I mean, she put up like a Russian Christmas one year, all those red and black trees. I was like, what is that? And then she made a tirade on a tape where, I mean, she just chopped Christmas up like it didn't even matter. Talked about the voters like they were trash. Wore that jacket that said, I don't care, when she went to the border to check on kids.
Yeah. Well, listen, Andy, I do have to thank you for getting in here and telling the truth. And I got to move it to the next.
Okay, thank you so much. It's great to see you and Swervin always.
All right, and I did follow you. I wasn't following you before, but I am following you now. Okay, I appreciate every single person that follows Zeus. Okay, because I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. All right.
Well, thank you, and I enjoyed it. Thanks. Bye.
You're welcome. Thank you, Andy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news, and I've seen it in the comment section. Thank you to all of you who have been putting it in the comment section. This just in. Yes, it is I, Triple H, the most handsome in the kingdom. 4 Proud Boy members found guilty of seditious conspiracy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I've been talking about. This is why I do these lives on TikTok. I want people out there, especially the Trump supporters, to know the consequences of your actions, your unwavering loyalty to the former president turns into stuff like this happening. You get on Twitter and you say, when Black Lives Matter is out there acting crazy, you say, we are a nation of law and order. Okay? Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon. This is what Trump was tweeting. Well, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You live by the law, you die by the law. 4 members of the far-right Proud Boys have been found guilty of seditious conspiracy by a jury in Washington, D.C. for their role to forcefully prevent the peaceful transfer of power from then President Donald Trump to Joe Biden after the 2020 election. Defendants Ethan Nordine, and you know I don't like to read names, but I'm going to read them. Joseph Biggs, Zachary Rell, Enrique Taddeo, and Dominic Pizzola, that's 5 people actually, face a range of charges, including 3 separate conspiracy charges, obstructing the Electoral College vote, and tampering with evidence. The rest of the verdict is still being read in the court, ladies and gentlemen. More to come on that front. I wanted to make sure I made that announcement so that those of you who still believe Donald Trump is doing a good job know what comes with supporting Trump. All right, now let me open up the box. There's some other people that I know want to talk to Zeus, okay? And we still got a little bit of time, so try to keep it quick. Good morning, Unbraised. Nice to see you in the kingdom. Uh-oh.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Are you there? Unbraised, are you there? Unbraised, hello. Are you there? Let's... Uh-oh. Yeah. If these folks are getting convicted for seditious conspiracy, what do you think is going to happen to the one at the top of the food chain? All right. Unbraised, welcome back.
All right. Am I here? Am I really here?
Yes. Oh, looking as gorgeous as ever. Listen, you're doing good trying to compete with Zeus out here. Okay, Unbraised. Good morning.
It's no competition for me, Zeus. We know you. We know you. Look at the 377 people here, 35 likes. I'll be having 7 people because I like it intimate. But
fair enough. I understand.
But listen, the thing is this: like, we recognize. Yesterday, I was on a live, and someone told me that there's literally a religion. There's a religion behind this man, and that it's a cult. And this is why we cannot say facts, we cannot give reason, and we cannot actually change anyone's mind that is deeply into this thought pattern. To me, when I heard that, I was like, light bulb.
It makes sense. So there's a religion of Donald Trump.
Yeah, there's a book.
Oh, there's a book?
Yeah, look it up. It's called the Son of Man. The Son of Man. Donald Trump, the Son of Man. And then it has like a hyphen, and then it says the Christ. And
I have found this book.
Okay. Just found it yesterday. Thank you for the gifts, y'all. And the likes.
Have you even looked at a page? I mean, I don't want to buy it.
I know. I don't want to buy it, but I know that if I spend the money, because other people are going to buy it anyways, if I buy it, then I'll be able to you know how I do. I'm analytical. I read it. I can then understand the concept of someone who is brainwashed into a cult, which I already look into that. Like I love to understand Scientology, all of that stuff. So knowing what I know now today from yesterday, here's the thing. They will follow him even if it's a lie. Why? Because why would you follow Jesus? Why would you follow Muhammad? Why would you follow? You would follow them blindly. You would follow them without question, and you would follow them well. So when it's a cult, you are doing everything you can to even if you don't understand it here on this earth, because you're going to have the 40 versions when you die, or you're going to have whatever is promised in these books to you. That kind of thing. I didn't mean to say it. When you unalive, sorry about that. And so now I feel like I understand it all. And I just wanted to give that to you because you're having these conversations with these people, and you need to understand that at least when you were talking and there's those people that are like deep in are not getting swayed or changed. There's 377 people. So other people are understanding that what you're seeing, when you see you as a single person think you're going to get over it, you're like, oh, I'm going to do sedition. I'm going to do January 6th. I'm going to follow my lovely Jesus-like being because he's so perfect. And I'm going to do all of this stuff. He's not going to save you. His lawyers went down. You're not a lawyer, so you don't have as much money. You don't have as much connection. You don't have as many friends that would want to protect you for a high profile case. Who else went down? However many other people went down, we can find why those people, as important and as money as they had, went down. You as a regular person, he's not coming for you. He's not going to save you. He doesn't care about you. He's not even making laws for you. He's not doing any of this for you. Literally look at what Trump has done for you. If you can't say you're better, you're in a problem with an abusive relationship.
It's an abusive relationship. Unbrave, can I ask you to, if you're going to be brave to read this book, will you be able to report some of the information to the kingdom on what you uncovered? Because there are two particular matters that are very important in the kingdom. One is the events surrounding President Biden's 2020 election victory. I want to know if this book can shed some light on that. And then, obviously the January 6th events. Those matters are of grave importance in this kingdom. Okay? And if you are reading this so-called Trump Bible of sorts, I'm too nervous to read it myself. I will not spend a crying dime on it. But if I run across it and it's there for free, I would read it. But if you already got it, please come back and keep reporting to us your findings.
That's a good idea. Maybe I start looking in like Friends of the Library or someplace where it's not actually going to benefit him. Because I'm like, in me is saying like, I've read other books. Like I've read all the holy books. Like not read all of them, but like I aim to read all of them. I have them. I like to read books that sway the mind of the people, to understand how they sway it, to understand their rules and logics. Because when we can understand that, we can understand like the people sitting in front of us, and then it's easier to talk to them. Right. And it's easier to break holes in their story and to find out what's in it for them, because these people are not motivated by facts. I think they're motivated by a future that they think they possibly could have if they, whether that's in death, in unaliving, because they
think, Tupac rapped about Thug's Mansion. Are you saying that these Trump supporters have something along that line, like Mar-a-Lago paradise, perhaps?
Yeah, one day he will see me. Like I followed you with the January 6th thing, and I was there. I listened with all your stuff when people said, and I told those I victim blamed for you. I did all of this. So now where's my Mar-a-Lago?
Oh, and in paradise, Trump. When you get to paradise, Trump opens the door in his white robe and his hair is flowing down, and he puts his hands on you, okay, and he just starts kissing you, okay, and this is what they are waiting for.
That's terrible. And then when you feel uncomfortable, that's it. Like, and I found it crazy for someone in your comments, Connie in the comments.
Thank you, Angela.
To have been like, hey, he has money, women throw themselves. But in that recording specifically, you weren't listening, Connie, because your friends never do.
Oh.
That being said, I was standing out in a public area, minding my business, and he did this to me plenty of times. That woman was frozen because when something bad happens to you, sometimes your body says, hey, is this a dream? Where are we? What is happening? There are different reactions that people have when they are being harmed, verbally, mentally, physically, all of those things. And for someone to be like, well, they liked it, they condoned it, it's behavior. No, a nervous giggle, I will have you guys know, a nervous giggle is a first sign that a woman's uncomfortable. It doesn't look like she's uncomfortable.
Listen to her. Listen to Unbraced, son. Unbraced, you and I didn't coordinate this conversation, did we?
No way.
I didn't tell you to come in and say these things, did I?
That's not a thing. I talk about emotions on my channel mostly. I don't get to talk about politics unless I come up to your channel and randomly say whatever you guys were talking about, and I just add to the conversation.
There you go. So
I don't even like talking about Trump.
She doesn't. But the truth is the truth, and she's one of the honest people I talk to out here, okay? So please listen up, okay? Because real people are going to jail.
Yeah. But they're not going to listen because at the end of the day, they are absolutely. So who we're talking to now is for us to understand that so long as we're not in the cult and we do not vote for him because of fear, because as long as we help with a couple of people's minds, a couple of people who are ready to switch, who are not in the cult, they're just like his kind of like his posse and they like it a little because they enjoy a little bit of benefits for white supremacy, which they're not actually getting. I'm sorry, but you're not actually getting it. If you work 40 to 60 hours a week, you are not getting the benefits of white supremacy.
Oh, Unbraced, you are striking so many times, so many different ways. There's nowhere else to run, Trump supporters. We got you. Put your hands up.
And so either you get on the right side of history and we work together to fix the air, fix the water, fix the economy, and we work together to remember that we have social responsibilities to each other. My rights end where your rights begin, and we're supposed to work together. That's how the Constitution's supposed to work. Even though we don't like certain things, even if we don't agree on the minute details, we agree that we need less poisonous food. We need our kids to have good education. They're attacking education because apps like this allow educated people like me and you to talk and have uncandid conversation, unplanned conversations, and actually move the nation. What we're doing here is moving the nation.
Moving the nation. I love it, Unbraced. Thank you. Unbraced is on fire.
But I will let you get to your next guest. Thank you for all the gifts. I think this is the most gifts I get. Like, I appreciate you guys coming to my channel. Let's talk sometime, and I'll be up here whenever.
Please follow Unbraced. Her content is amazing, okay? And Unbraced, you are always welcome in this kingdom, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Just keep bringing that truth. Yes. All right.
Okay, yeah, my kid said we need cakes because we got presents. So we're going to get my kid cakes.
Is it a birthday or something?
No, she's just trying to get my attention, and cakes was the first thing she came up with because you're celebrating me. You're celebrating me, so she feels I need a cake.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please give her the gifts right now while she's still hot in the box.
Thank you
so much. I really do appreciate you. And you tell the little one, eat that cake and enjoy that cake, okay? Because that's what is important. Okay.
Daddy got us donuts. But while I'm here, and since I got a couple extra gifts, I'll stay for a little extra time, if that's cool. Or do you have someone in the box?
I gotta bring up someone else, okay? Fair enough.
Okay, absolutely.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Unbraced son. Can you believe it? They say I'm delusional. I'm not delusional. I'm real. And I tell the truth, okay? Cut it out. Let's bring up, oh my gosh, it is almost, wow, there's a lot. Okay, listen up. Okay, Zeus has to keep it short. All right, Brother Greg. Yes, I do have TDS. I love having some TDS. That TDS, very strong over here, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Brother Greg.
We are in the bunker.
Oh, you're in the bunker.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. Talk to me.
So
Keep talking. I gotta go to. Hold on. Keep talking.
So real quick, the video that was released about the harasser and abuser yesterday, we learned that Special Counsel Jack Smith and the team are investigating the Trump organization's handling of Mar-a-Lago surveillance footage, and the Matthew Calamari Sr. and his son Matthew Calamari Jr. are expected to appear today before a grand jury, which is kind of wild.
Who's this?
They were executives from the Trump organization.
Oh.
And if you remember the video about the harasser and abuser,
Jack Smith?
That is what that he was, I guess, referring to, which is like really funny now.
Shit.
And Jack Smith also sat down and listened to the testimony of Mike Pence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
And they interacted in a respectful manner accordingly. And so this is all new information. And it's crazy because this is they're talking about me talking low.
Yeah.
The bunker.
He's in the bunker. Listen up. This is classified information we're getting.
Yeah. So, but it's just interesting that that's what's going on. They're investigating the Mar-a-Lago surveillance footage right now, and two executives are testifying today.
Wow. Get them out of here. Wow. Get them out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but you look at that video and now you understand what it was about, you know. And I actually
when he said Jack Smith is a harasser and an abuser.
Yeah, I made a video on my other page, so definitely check that out.
I will check it out. Okay. Oh my God, that is definitely probably the second best news I heard today, right after the Proud Boys being convicted today.
Absolutely. So, but I gotta get out of here. So I'll talk to you later.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Brother Greg. People are asking for your other page, Brother Greg. All right. Good morning. Shay is in the building.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. So real quick. One of the things that I was seeing on the news about the 4 Proud Boys, or 5 actually, right? Mm-hmm. That were convicted of seditious conspiracy. Every single one of their defense attorneys said that they were at the behest of Donald Trump, that they were there because of Donald Trump. Every single one of their defense attorneys
I love it!
said that their client was there at the request, the behest, the demand for Donald J. Trump.
Hey! Yeah!
Y'alls. So explain that away, MAGAs. Explain that one away. Yes. I mean, you gotta have, these are your people that stormed the Capitol. These are your people that.
And Jack Smith is going to take that testimony. You know he's going to take all of that testimony. And when he closes in on Donald Trump, it's going to be a sight to behold. He's going to have all these statements, and he's just going to read them. There's not a jury on this planet that can handle Jack Smith's prosecution and say, you know what, Trump's innocent. Not going to happen.
I just would love to see them explain this away. You know, January 6th was such a peaceful protest, but yet now they're like, they've never been charged with insurrection. Why do y'all call it an insurrection? Well, seditious conspiracy is the same thing as insurrection, guys. That's the term of insurrection, seditious conspiracy. They conspired to commit sedition. Sedition is basically the same as insurrection. So there you have it. And they did. They impeded on the police officers being able to do their job. They impeded on the governmental process of the Congress because they had to stop the vote. counting, and for 5-6 hours had to run for their lives and hit the bunkers and go into other buildings, and the VP went into the parking garage to stay safe. So yeah, this is what's going on.
Remind them.
Yeah, yes, were there God bless them, American people that were just there to, just have their voices heard and walk around the Capitol. Yes, that happened too.
We're not referring to those folks.
No, we are not. No, we are not. So, and that's the thing. You have to separate and understand that is what is going on. So, and you can't deny this anymore. You just can't see. You have to understand this is what's going on. I just love it. So you just stop and understand that this is what happened. You had a baby that lost an election. He threw a huge tantrum and has cost people so many problems. And you guys want him back in the office with no gloves on? Because he will have no gloves on. He's literally saying it's a revenge tour. He's out in the open. He's not hiding it, people. He's saying it. He's like, it's a revenge, but it's for you. Yes, it's not for him. It's for y'all. It's for him.
It's for him.
It's for him.
Like, no, it was not a tour. It was not a tour. It was not a peaceful protest. 140 law enforcement officials either lost their life or were harmed on that day.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to
where
make
he
it up.
said it. Dude, he has so many postings on Truth Social where he says it. Go join. It takes a few months to get in. That's how well operated that app is. But go ahead and get in and go check it out. He says it.
Yeah.
I mean, you really want me to pull it up? Oh, come on. Don't sit here and show it. You go look. See, this is the problem. I'm not work for you. I'm not. You guys have got to start doing your own research, looking for these things yourself.
Amen.
Trump supporter that joined Truth Social because he tells you all of this. He's right there.
He's admitting it.
It's a revenge tour. Yes, I'm going to get revenge for all of us. We were so cheated. No, y'all weren't cheated. He wasn't cheated. This is all about him.
He got fired because he was doing a terrible job. That's what happens in this country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get fired. You don't get second chances.
No. And you think he has a chance to overcome the 7 million like Swervin said? No. It's a huge gap. We have at least 5-6 million Gen Zers that are coming in to vote, including my wonderful son. They're going into high schools to register these kids. Like, we're not playing because we know the Republicans are out there trying to put in all the hardest way to vote possible.
They are.
I mean, no joke, people.
Tell them, Shay.
So I live in Harris County in Houston, Texas. My wonderful governor is trying to prevent Harris County from basically voting.
Cheating.
Because he knows Harris County is one of the bluest blue sectors in Texas. And so he's doing everything. He's removed voting polls from colleges. I wonder why.
Wow.
That's what the seers are. But see, they know the writings on the wall. Donald Trump, if you think about it, in September, right, during the live debate with Joe Biden, he told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by.
He did.
Yeah, it was before he lost the election. Why do you think he said that? Because he knew he was going to lose. Yeah. He was told up front by his campaign managers, it is not looking good, period. They had all the stats, all the facts. So that's why he did what he did. And that's what they say in this trial with the Proud Boys that just got convicted. They talk about that. He did a calling card to them from that debate stage out of his own mouth. And that's
Jack Smith heard it.
Yeah. And he set it up that if he lost, it was rigged. I'm not lying. He said, if I lose, it was rigged. He started saying that the whole time. So you guys really buy into, oh my God, well, what about the truckloads of ballots and the little red wagon of ballots? And what about the suitcases?
No, Shay.
Oh my God, what about all this? It's so easy to convince you. That's how the Holocaust happened. You think that, wonderful Adolf decided to do this overnight? No. Oh. That was something that was put into force long before Adolf Hitler got around.
Exactly. The seeds were planted. Mm-hmm. All needed was a little fertilizer and some water, and you get what you had.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk about Hunter Biden any longer. We're not worried about Hunter Biden. He's not a threat. Greetings. Yes, thank you, Brother Greg.
Yeah, the idea of fascism has always been around, and complete control and ultra nationalism. That's basically what caused World War I. So you have to understand these ideals are still here. In order to gain complete power, you have to use these tools. And that's what he wants. How many times has he said, oh, and you see the shirts, Trump 2024, 2028, 2032. I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah.
How is that American? How is that constitutional?
It's
is
not.
that what we're doing here? Like, come on. Stop saying you're a patriot if you're not calling out this BS that's going on.
Tell them, Jay. Those American boots belong on American soil.
So done with hypocrisy. And by the way, I was in another MAGA live yesterday. Yeah, they are, this whole thing with the FBI and the 80,000 agents and all that. They're literally saying the FBI is not part of the government. And I'm like, what? It is a federal institution. It's under the Treasury Department. And if it's not part of the government, then how is the Congress voting on these things and what the FBI can, or what the IRS can do? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's such a lie that they're pushing. It's not part of the government, so it should be. It's under the Treasury.
Wow. They know they're making this stuff up. They say the government isn't helping, but they're benefiting like no other person I've ever seen. These people get in here. They're on food stamps. They're on Social Security, living great, spending all kinds of money on groceries, eating good, and they got chips falling out of their mouth, and they're going, this government is not doing enough for me. Cut it out.
Oh no! What they do is they say, "I don't believe in the government. I don't trust the government." Meanwhile, they're eating their free chips from their SNAP program. Yeah, exactly. The government.
Yeah. Shame on you. There's a lot of people I know, especially the Trump supporters, that are benefiting from the federal government, the United States federal government, and they're sitting there going, "I'm going to take all of my benefits and feed my family." But I'm mad at Biden because he's sending money to Ukraine.
No, make it make sense. Oh my!
He's not doing enough for me. Yeah. Well, what do you want Biden to do? You want him to send you some DoorDash and some Pizza Hut and some Taco Bell? I mean, you want Biden to come there and wash your dishes too?
Yeah. Biden can't do anything without the Congress people. Those are the ones that vote in the policy. Read your Constitution. So you know how it all works. So now that you've voted in the red trickle, he's not going to be able to get a lot of policies passed for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what happens when you keep.
Y'all need to cut it out. Y'all really do need to cut it out. Okay. And that's why people like myself, people like Shay and Greg, Swervin, April, that's why we do these things. We bring you the truth so that there's no excuse on Judgment Day.
For sure. That's for sure. So, yeah, I just thought that was funny and interesting. These 80,000 agents, they're all getting armed and militarily trained. It's like if you read the bill, it's over a 10-year period, and there's only a particular set that's being trained as special agents. And you know why they're going? And I tell you, Lumberjack, he's hilarious. And I'm like, no, it's because they're trying to force a lot of the big companies. That passed that some of the big companies have to start paying 15%. So in order to do that, they have to have more IRS, employees to help process, because that's the thing. When you start getting companies that never pay their taxes to start paying taxes, how do you think? And then y'all are yelling that we're in debt, we're in debt, we're in debt. Yeah, no doubt, Sherlock, we're in debt.
Yeah,
we need more money to pay off the debt.
Tell them, yes. Don't be so worried about Biden's job. He's president. He ran a great campaign. He beat Trump. He knows what he's doing. He has years of experience. Don't worry about what Biden is doing, except for, getting out there and voting for him, of course. You need to be worried about what you're doing.
Exactly.
Stop crying.
Exactly. You have more employees. You'll get your tax returns faster.
Oh, they get tax return money right now, and they're going out shopping. I see these folks. You can't trick me. You're going on vacations. Yeah, you're getting into these American airplanes, flying all over the world, and crying about President Biden as as if he's not helping to make that happen. Cut it out.
Absolutely. Mr.
You
Global.
gotta run, Shay.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, I'll end with this. Mr. Global said that we are the most energy independent than we have been in 70 years.
Woo!
Under the Biden administration, and that is a fact.
Thank you, Mr. Global.
And what that means is we're producing more oil than we're actually using, if you don't understand what that meant. So there we go. No, it's not BS. It's factual.
God bless President
Follow
Joe
Global,
Biden.
Mr. Global, if you're not doing that. He's highly, highly informative on the gas and oil issues in industry. So.
Yes, follow Mr. Global because we want people like him to keep bringing the truth so that you can stop blaming Hunter Biden.
Yes, amen. Absolutely. All right. Zeus, thanks for having me.
No problem. It's always
my
nice
handsome
to...
friend. All
yes.
right.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. You're right, Shay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Shay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached that point in the live where Zeus must disappear. I need to go work out at the gym because I cannot be on TikTok all day. But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is to play everyone's favorite jingle by you know who. Yes, thank you, Suzanne. And you know where to find my music. It's in the link in my bio. Take care, everyone. The most handsome in the kingdom. And I really am. I really am the most handsome. If I didn't get to you, I'm so sorry.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. Thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus.
Let's
I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus.
I'm flyer than an eagle, I got red on me too. Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new.
If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind.
I can't leave it up to you.
I can't hang around with you, you fall in love too quick. You a high risk, Nick's all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the feds. When you playing with the gods and you playing with
Let's
the
go!
I'm gonna let you speak the truth. Yeah, grab your boots. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, but he's such a douche. Try to be patient, but you have it like my fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus.
Have a great rest of your money.
When I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a
Closet of truth.
like Zeus.
I might.
With my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus.
You thinking that
you're cool till I pull up like Zeus.
Thunder in the sky,
light you up like Zeus.
Yeah,
I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades and I'm burning down the roof. You say you wanted facts, well I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, but he's such a douche. Tried to be patient, but you had to like my views.
Yes, they're
Catching
guilty.
all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose.
You know I'm so handsome.
That's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. Yeah, you know about me. I like to get wild and loose.
I really do.
I'm the god of the sky, you know what I'm
Triple
saying?
H, yes.
I'm bringing down the roof with this.
Yes.
Sound mind on the beat, kicking hard like Bruce.
Lawrence Reed on the beat. You better call the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I can dance and box in the jungle like a kangaroo. Don't get caught flipping the woods or you'll be dead like a moose.
Rudy on the beat like Zeus. Pizza Love on the beat like Zeus. RNC on the beat. Yeah, you heard about me.
Take care, ladies and gentlemen.
Tina, I see you.
We are out of here.
Versus.
Stay safe out there.
Yeah, it's me.
And I'll see you next time.
It's Zeus.
Yes.